The following announcement is for 4th grade band parents and 4th grade band students. I want you to join band next year in 5th grade. Hi friends, sorry I'm being a little silly today. It's what's getting me through this a little bit. So today, I am here. This is for my 4th graders only. This is a special video for just you to see, you and your parents, okay? This is important that your parents are around for this one, because what I'm going to start talking to you about is band for my friends who are interested in playing in the 5th grade band next year. So, just because we can't be together right now doesn't mean that I don't want to stop teaching you about all of the things that I would teach you if we weren't at school. So from now until the end of the year, when we would, normally close, even though we'll be at home, I want to start teaching you about the instruments that you will be able to play in 5th grade band next year if you are interested in playing in band. Today I'm going to tell you some things that are really fun about band and maybe answer some questions that you might have about playing in the 5th grade band, what being in band means, when you get into 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and when you get into high school, if you play for that long, which we hope you do. All of my friends in 4th grade are so talented and so capable of playing an instrument in the 5th grade band. And I know that parents, you probably have a lot of questions too, and hopefully that I will be able to address some of those in this short little video that I'm going to have you guys watch about 5th grade band. Usually how this works is at the end of the school year, we have like a little 5th grade placement where the kids who are interested in being in band would come to the school and they would test out instruments. Our friends from the music shop, which is the service that we use to rent out instruments, if that's a route that your family feels comfortable in taking, is there to help you get your instrument rented, is there. Here's the deal. The plan is that will sometime during the summer still happen. Okay, so we'll probably reach out to you hopefully by the end of the school year so you have those dates on your calendar ready to go. That is something where, we split it up so that if you are in 4A, 4B, or 4C, you come during certain times. Not everybody's there at the same time. But we'll probably do it by appointments this time around, because I'm hoping that we'll be able to do it more than one day rather than just one day during the summer. I don't know when that day is going to be yet. Once I know, obviously my 4th grade friends and my 4th grade parents will be the first people to know about that date. For my friends who don't think that they would be able to make it during the summer, because of our situation right now, the plan is also to have a date like this once school picks back up in August sometime, for my friends who maybe weren't able to make it on the dates that we had, in the summertime. Or, maybe we change our mind, we get back to school and we get back, they get back to seeing me and they decide that they want to be in band. So we'll do an instrument placement night where your child can come and test out an instrument sometime during the summer. Again, once I know those dates, I will share them with you totally. That's something that Mrs. Balestri and I have been working, and Miss Holstrom, who's the music teacher at the high school, and Miss Klipchek, who's the music teacher at the junior high. We've been talking a lot about how we want to make sure that the music department doesn't lose any time in this stuff, just because we're not at school right now. I will say that the benefit of choosing the summer day, as long as we're able to be out and about once summertime hits, is that right now, the 3 music teachers in Putnam County are talking about having some sort of jumpstart program for our department. That would be the week before school would start. If you cannot make that, like if you decide that your child wants to be in band and you order your instrument sometime in, early June or mid-June, or whenever the date's going to be at, again, I don't know what that is, and you can't make that first week, it's going to be like a crash course. Let's learn how to put our instruments together. Let's make our first sounds. Let's spend some time with Mr. Masini and Miss Holstrom and Miss Klipchek before school starts. That should not be a deterrent from joining band. If you can't make it, I will so easily be able to catch your child up for missing that date. But I'm getting into a lot of specifics right now. Let's just talk about, I just want to plant the seed today to let you know what fifth grade band would look like for you and for your child if they were to make the choice of doing that, and what the commitment is and all of that stuff. Okay, so I have here on my iPad, I have a PDF that I will send you. I need to modify it a little bit because it's for last year's band parents, but that has all of the information that you will need. I'm going to read it off to you, so if you want to follow along in this packet while I go along, I'm just going to read it to you so you know the information. So the letter says, Dear parents and guardians, as a 5th grade student at PCES, your child will have the opportunity to participate in beginning band. Beginning band students at PCES meet once a week for a full band lesson, and then they also have 2 30-minute small group lessons throughout the week. So on Fridays, how the 5th grade staff, or how the 5th grade teachers this year have it set up, is that they the 5th grade band misses like a little bit of a study hall time to have 5th grade band. And then on Fridays, I pull sections out of their regular classes for 30 minutes. So I do that on a rotation so that your child never misses the same subject, in concurrent weeks. So if one week they miss science, they will not miss science the week after that. And if academics is a concern for your child, that is obviously my top priority. So, I'm very lenient with those schedules as well. And then the other small group lesson that they have is actually part of the commitment of joining 5th grade band is missing one recess once a week. So if your child plays saxophone, they would miss recess on just Wednesday to have a little band practice. And then obviously at my time before and after school is open for private lessons, I'm always constantly trying to fit more, band time into my schedule. So that's what the schedule would look like. 45 minutes on Friday, pulled out of class once a week, and it's never the same class on Friday as well. And then once during the week, they would miss either on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, they would miss one of the recesses that day. That should not be a deterrent, okay? I know that recess time, especially my friends who are listening with their parents and they heard if they join band, they have to miss a recess. If they probably went, oh, I don't want to miss recess. But the band lessons are so much fun, you guys, that, it's a lot of my 5th grade friends actually look forward to the day that they get to come to band and have to miss a recess. And the band sections, the band lessons are always really fun. So in this little information sheet, you will see an interest page. If your child is interested in being in band, please fill that out and turn it in maybe on one of these upcoming turn-in days for the information. That way I can sort of have an understanding about how many kids we're going to have, how many days during the summertime I'm going to need in order to make sure that all of your kids get, the proper time they need for all that. Okay, so what are the benefits of joining band? Here are some benefits that that there are for joining band. Students in music learn to think creatively and to solve problems by imagining various solutions and by working as a team to create the best possible outcome. Questions about music do not have only one right answer. Obviously, beyond just learning a new skill and learning something cool to do, music has a lot of benefits for your child academically, whether that be, helping them focus or helping them think more critically. Band is so important because at this age, as your child sort of leaves the development phase of like physical things and stuff, developing a new skill like learning how to play an instrument is very important for their brains to continue to grow the way that they're supposed to. And being in the 5th grade band, even if it's just in 5th grade, but obviously hopefully beyond that, is so beneficial to your child's development during this time, academically, emotionally, physically, in lots of different ways. Students of music learn craftsmanship as they study how details are put together through trial and error and through making mistakes. Music allows students to strive for perfection while simultaneously noting and commending improvement. In 5th grade band, I never am trying to have my kids strive for absolute perfection. I have a poster that hangs up in my classroom always for all my kids to see that says mistakes are proof you are trying. And that is, from all of my kids, but mostly for my 5th grade band kids, because when they're first learning a new skill, they need to realize that they can make mistakes. And that's a skill that they can take beyond just in band as well to their regular lives. Music and study enhances teamwork skills and discipline. In order for a band to perform well, all players must work together harmoniously towards a single goal. Studying music allows for students to develop necessary personal skills that will be beneficial throughout life. These skills include promptness, the ability to see a goal to its completion, and the ability to receive and give constructive criticism maturely. That one is so huge. My students that I've had in band for these past couple years, I had, this is only my third, this upcoming year will be my 3rd year at Putnam County, but I see like the upcoming sophomores that I had as 8th graders, and just how much further ahead I feel like they are from their peers on dealing with criticism and improving themselves beyond the base level, just because they're able to constructively think and criticize and take criticism from their peers, which is super important. These skills will not only benefit the student in the music classroom, but will see further use in social interaction and eventually in the workplace. Super huge. Music provides students with a means of unjudged and encouraged self-expression. Through this self-expression, students will learn to value their work and develop a heightened sense of self-esteem. Lastly, music performances teach young people to conquer fear and to take risks. This is one of the biggest things. I always love equating things to sports because I'm realistic and I know that sports are such a huge thing in our community, and I completely understand. Having your student play an instrument will benefit them at the free throw line. It'll benefit them when they're up to bat. It will, when they're coming up to having to make a big, when they're driving on the field and are about to, aim for a goal in soccer or something. Conquering nerves is such a big thing. I attribute the reason that I feel as if I am comfortable speaking in front of children, in front of adults, just in front of people, acting, whatever it have you, to the early experiences that I had in music, because I can see myself as a confident person in front of those people because of music and because of the early music experiences I had in band and a children's chorus that I was in. Okay, so I'm sure that a lot of you have lots of questions, and I'm going to go ahead and address some frequently asked questions and concerns that I get about 5th grade band. Thank you for making it this far. 13 minutes is a long time to sit and listen, but I really appreciate it. This is a big decision that your child's going to be making soon. Athletics are a big part of my child's life. Will they be able to be in band and still do sports? Answer. At PC, we make it a priority to make sure that students are exploring all of their interests with as little stress as possible. For beginning band, there is very little commitment outside of the school day that will hinder your child's ability to also play sports. There are several 3-sport athletes at the junior high and the high school that are also in band, many of them succeeding incredibly well at both. So yes, sports and music is 100% doable and also encouraged. At the high school, Miss Holstrom is amazing about how she splits her time with her kids, and the same with Miss Klipchak at the junior high. Sports and music should not be a concern whatsoever. If your child is interested in playing in band and is an amazing athlete, those things do not, they go so well together that it should not be an issue at all. Other than the practice requirement that we have, which is just like sitting down and doing homework for your child, and then, the 3 concerts that they'll have throughout the year, which are single dates, and they're the same dates as the concerts that your child would have to be at anyway for regular music class. The commitment in the beginning band level is, very small outside of the school day. So sports and music, we love to see our kids doing and succeeding as much as possible. How does my child get their instrument between home and school if they ride the bus? The busing company is incredibly supportive and understands the necessity of bringing instruments back and forth between home and school to practice. There should not be any concern whatsoever in terms of transporting an instrument on the bus, as long as your child knows the rules and is being respectful with how their bus driver wants their instrument to be handled on the bus. Some bus drivers have different opinions, and as long as your child is being respectful of those of their bus driver's rules, then there shouldn't be any issues with instruments on buses. For my friends who ride the bus. What if my child starts band? This is a huge one. Doesn't like it, but we already started paying monthly payments on their instrument. Will we be stuck paying for the whole instrument even if they aren't using it? Absolutely not. If you're renting from the school, we have rentals that you can do through Putnam County. If you're renting through the music shop to eventually be able to have your child own their instrument, if your child at any point realizes that band is not for them, there is no financial responsibility beyond when your child decides to quit. So let's say, Johnny, who is, wanting to play the trumpet, does band for the first 4 months, and then after the winter concert, Johnny says, I tried the concerts, I tried my best, but band really isn't for me, and you're renting from Putnam County, or if you're renting from the music shop, there's no more financial commitment after the music shop gets that instrument and they have it in their possession, or after Putnam County has that instrument and it's back in our possession. Actually, what's really nice about the music shop is that they offer a 3-month trial period where the rental fees are actually lowered. So for the first 3 months of your child's rental, the fees will be lowered so that, it gives you a little bit more of a grace period to have your child try the instrument before they decide whether or not they like it. Let me make sure I covered all of that I want. Does the music shop understands that some children may be interested in trying band, but after a couple months of playing may find that it is not really their thing? All of the instruments that the music shop rents out are professionally tested and certified to be in excellent playing condition. These professional horns are rented out through a rent-to-own program. Essentially, you are paying rent for a horn that builds towards the ultimate purchase of the instrument. If at any time during the rental period your child doesn't want to continue in band, the instrument can be given back to the music shop, worry-free, and payments will stop on the instrument. Other than the monthly payment that can stop at any time, it is a very commitment-free system. The music shop even provides a lowered rental fee for the first 2 or 3 months that your child has their instrument. Super non-committal. Super non-committal. It's really great. Our family can't support the monthly payment of an instrument from the music shop. What can we do? I can truthfully promise you that the cost of being in band can be as little as free, or as high as you would like when first beginning. The music shop, the outlet that PC goes through to get instruments, is incredible about finding a plan that works for your family's budget. Putnam County schools also have a plethora of horns that low-income families can rent for a very small fee per month to cover maintenance of those instruments, etc., in case we would need to send them to be repaired. Lastly, you are more than welcome to just ask around for instruments. If you know somebody who has a trumpet that collects dust in the closet, bring it in and we will make that work. We just ask that we inspect those instruments before your child is permitted to use it for band class. Outside commitments were mentioned before. What commitments outside of the school day would my child have if they were in band next year? For beginning band, extra commitments are very little. Your child would perform on their instrument at the 2 concerts throughout the year that they have been performing at since kindergarten. Attendance at these performances will be counted towards your student's band grade. So the winter concert and the spring concert would be mandatory for your student because part of being in band is the participation aspect of it and playing at the concerts. And the same goes for an additional concert that would be added to your child's load, which would be the spaghetti dinner concert that happens in early October. And that would be along with the junior high and the high school. A really, really awesome first concert experience for our beginning 5th graders is to play, Hot Cross Buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star at the spaghetti dinner for their first audience to kind of shake those nerves out before we get to the winter concert. For their band grade, I require students to practice at home and to have the time recorded and signed off on by parents. 15 to 20 minutes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is all that I require for beginning students. I know that seems like a lot, but those first couple, that first year is so crucial. And 15 minutes, I mean, even though it seems like a small amount of time, 15 minutes stretched out, on 4 days a week is so beneficial for your child. Even if it's just making a sound on their instrument, it doesn't have to be like they're sitting down and they're playing like a Mozart thing by the time they're done with 5th grade. But yeah. So I'm sorry this video was, a little over 20 minutes. I didn't mean for it to be that long, but I'll I guess I'll plan to put in the description that you can, read the packet, and if you have any questions, to watch the video, so hopefully I'll be able to answer them. As always, if you have any questions about any of this more specifically, please feel free to email me. My email is masinie@pcschools535.org. That's MASINI, lowercase e, at pcschools535.org. When I did a poll with your students, actually, I like to plant the seed early. Even before we left from school in March, I'd already been asking kids who was interested in band, and it seemed like a lot of them were. So I really hope that you'll join me in the commitment to make sure that your child is exploring everything that they want to in their interests. And for my friends in 4th grade that are watching, I miss you so much. I hope that you will really strongly think about being in band. I'm going to be posting some videos from now to the school year that are just for 4th graders about all of the instruments, so you can sort of think about what you want to play. Yeah, I think that we're going to have a very great 5th grade band next year because all of my 4th graders are so exceptionally musically talented. I'm just really looking forward to working with them outside of just regular music class, to be able to be in a performance space with them. It's going to be really special. All right, my friends, I'll see you later. Thanks for sticking around to the end if you did. I miss all of you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.